Hi loves, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Of course, the second I try to start a video, like, it was completely quiet before this. I'm gonna have to close my window, hold on. I have my window open because it's a little warm outside, and it was literally super quiet and peaceful before this, and then of course the second I hit record, my neighbor turns on his very loud car. Okay, never mind. I opened the window again because he left, and I really want to have the window open because it's getting so hot in my room. I don't have my AC installed yet, but soon, because it is getting really hot these days. Anyways, welcome back guys. It has definitely been a while, so I thought we could sit down today and just catch up and chat. How are you guys? Let me know in the comments. But I didn't want to just sit down and yap my head off because this is not a podcast, although I would love to start one because I do love to talk for hours, as I'm sure you guys know. But I thought not only could we sit down and catch up, but as you can see, I am also going to be giving you guys an updated blowout routine because this has been so highly requested. Back in December for Christmas, my mom got me the Shark Flex Style set, which I am still like over the moon about. I used to use the Revlon like round blow dryer brush, but since December we have officially upgraded. So while I feel like my blowout routine hasn't changed that much in terms of like exactly how I do it, now I obviously use new tools, new products, so I feel like an updated routine is definitely due. Also, I do my own blowouts like all the time now. Like I can't even remember the last time I went to a salon to like get it professionally done. I felt like when I had the Revlon, which I feel like works just as good, I just feel like I really like having like a full set of tools because then I have like different size attachments. But the Revlon was good, but I still found myself, you know, once in a while still going to the salon and paying money so that I could get it professionally done. But let me tell you something, ever since getting this, I have not been to the salon. I pretty much have like mastered my routine. So I'm going to show you guys my updated version today, and I'm super excited. And while I do my hair, I'm just going to catch you guys up on what I've been up to, what I'm currently doing, what's in store for the future, just a whole life update. So let's get started. I already took a shower and washed my hair. I currently just have it drying a little bit in this microfiber cloth towel, not a regular towel because a normal towel will actually cause a lot of friction and frizz. But if you get a microfiber one, it's like a lot softer. Here, I got this one in like a pack of 2 from Marshall's. So I like to let a towel dry just a little bit because your hair should always be at least damp before you go in and blow dry it. Before I actually go in and start to dry it and style it and all of that, I want to show you guys some of the products that I like to use before I blow dry. By the way guys, I'm sorry if the lighting is a little like weird or like gray because it is a gloomy day today. Before I even wash my hair with like a shampoo and conditioner, I always go in with a hair oil and a hair mask. This has been my favorite hair oil to use recently. I like to oil my scalp at least once a week, and I do it mainly for hair growth and like hair length, but it's also really good for just keeping my scalp and my hair very moisturized. I've been using this Amethyst Hive Rosemary Mint Magic Hair Oil. This is actually from my friend's new small business. She very kindly gifted this to me, and as you can see, I've been loving it. I already used so much already. And so I'll just put the oil all throughout my scalp, go in with a scalp massager and just massage it for about 10 minutes just to let the oil really seep into my scalp and promote hair growth. And then usually after I put some hair oil in my scalp, I like to put in a hair mask. Now some hair masks you can use before you shampoo. Sometimes there's hair masks that you can only use like after you shampoo and before your conditioner. In this case, this is one that you can use before you shampoo and then you just rinse it out with the shampoo. And actually a bunch of the products I'm going to show you are all from the same collection. They're the Garnier Fructis Hair Filler Collection. They recently sent me the line for curly hair, which is insane. Like, I've been using Garnier like for as long as I can remember, so the fact that they sent me like an entire new collection is just mind-blowing to me. Like, I'm so grateful. It's supposed to be like this moisture repair line. It has hyaluronic acid, citric acid, there's no sulfates, it has a repair care complex. I've already used it a couple of times and it has been amazing. It's what I used today to wash my hair, and I actually started off today by using the hair mask. It's actually like a little bonding treatment fiber repair mask. So I put the oil in and then this, and I let it sit for like 30 minutes. After letting those two things sit in my hair for about half an hour, I hopped in the shower and went ahead and shampooed and conditioned. So I just used the shampoo and conditioner from the collection. And then once I stepped out of the shower, I used the Hair Filler Hyaluronic Acid Moisture Repair Serum. I put this in my hair while it was still wet before putting it in the towel, just so it could like dry a little bit but not get frizzy. I feel like it always helps to put a little bit of like hair oil or serum in your your hair before you towel dry it. So yeah, and all of these products smell amazing. They just have like best like clean fresh scent ever. But yeah, thank you so much to Garnier for sending me this line. This video is not sponsored, by the way, but I really just wanted to shout them out for that because they did send me everything. So thank you so much. And the products really are good. Like I said, I've used it a few times now and they're great. Now my hair has been towel drying, I think for like almost 30 minutes. So I'm gonna get started on styling it. I'm so excited to show you guys how I do my hair with these tools. Definitely wanted to make sure I did an updated routine before the summer starts because this is probably the last time I'm going to straighten my hair before the summer really starts because it's already starting to get really hot outside. And you guys know that obviously my hair is naturally curly, so it doesn't really last in the heat because of the humidity. So this is probably the last time I will be straightening it before the summer starts. And I didn't want to make you guys wait too long. Also, I am not just straightening my hair today just because. I'm actually straightening it because I have a photo shoot today. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have straightened it because like I said, it's already been starting to get really hot outside, but still very excited to show you guys. So like I said, I used the Shark Flex Style set, the actual dryer, and then I just put the small attachment on it. She also got me the bigger round attachment. I'm just kind of showing you guys everything that she got me with the set. A diffuser, which is perfect for my natural hair. Also comes with this attachment, which is actually just like bristles only on one side, so it's kind of just like a flat brush. Of course, a little air wrap attachment. I don't know what it's called for the Shark. Like I know the Dyson is like called the Dyson air wrap, but I'm not sure what the Shark calls it. But you know, it's like the one where it just like sucks your hair like around the barrel and it curls it. And then this is just like a normal little like blow dryer attachment, like an old-fashioned one. I'll show you guys. Actually, you can switch this and then it like, never know how to figure this out. Okay, it goes like that, and then if you want to use this one, you can just put this on. And I guess this is a good way, like if you actually like to use like a separate like round brush and like do it like, you know, the old school way, there's an attachment for that. So it's pretty cool. I like to start off, like I said, with the smaller round brush attachment. I guess while I prepare to dry my hair, I can start updating you guys on what I've been up to, you know, actually update you on my life. Last video I uploaded was when I went on spring break to New Orleans, which by the way, if you guys didn't see that trip was so fun, so be sure to go check it out. But I can't believe it's already been a couple of months since then. It still feels like I just went on that trip like a couple of weeks ago. Since then, I have tried to film like more vlogs, but I kind of fell into this funk where I didn't really feel like being in front of the camera, which I know sounds kind of stupid because it's like I do this every day, like create content and stuff, but I feel like my content creator girlies can relate. Sometimes we just like fall in these places where like we just get into this funk or this rut where we really just don't feel like, you know, showing our face on the camera. We don't really feel like talking. Like, I don't know if any of this makes sense, but it was probably just because I was really busy with like finishing up the semester. I just wrapped up my junior year not too long ago. And so I just feel like my mind was elsewhere, you know, like I just wasn't in the mood to be in front of the camera like 24/7. As much as I do love to do that, but like I said, my mind was just really set on finishing out the semester strong. Really quickly before I continue, I am going to use my favorite heat protectant ever. It's the L'Oreal Sleek It Iron Straight Heat Spray. It protects your hair up to 450 degrees. And so I'm just gonna spray this evenly all throughout my hair. I apply a lot because you gotta protect those curls. As much as I love my blowouts, I do still love my natural hair, so I do not play when it comes to protecting it. I also like how this heat protectant kind of like lasts up to a few days because sometimes I have to go in with the dryer again just to like touch up my hair, so I have to like, you know, apply heat again like every couple of days. And it's nice to know that this product kind of sits in your hair for a while, so it's not just protecting your hair from like the first time you dry it. Okay, and then I just kind of like to run my hands through it again just to spread it more evenly. Make sure I get the ends all damp. This heat spray also smells like really good too. I don't know if it's actually just like a weird smell and like I'm just weird, but it smells really good to me. I'm gonna go in with a little comb as well just to detangle a little bit. But yeah guys, like I said, I just finished up my junior year. I can't believe I'm a senior now. Like I only have 1 year left before I graduate and go out into the real world. And as of right now, I'm in the process of applying for summer internships, fall internships, all that stuff. And as exciting as it sounds, and it is really exciting, not gonna lie, I feel like the stage of life that I'm in right now has definitely been causing me to overthink. I think we all have a point where like we consistently like overthink about the future, but I feel like it's like reached its peak. Like to think like 1 year from now I'll literally be graduating and like maybe moving out on my own. Like I literally haven't been able to sleep good for like the past few weeks because of how anxious I've been, just like overthinking about the future and what it has in store for me. And you know, just what I feel like a lot of people go through, like will I get a good job, will I get a good internship, will I be able to do the things I really want to do, like travel, and just being so anxious about will it all work out in the end, you know what I mean? Especially now things are really stressful because I don't mean to sound like a nerd, but obviously the economy is not in the best state right now. Everything is so expensive and I feel like it's just making it really stressful for like the class that just graduated and my class that's about to graduate next year. It's just like really anxious knowing if like we will fully be able to make it on our own because things are just crazy right now, and I've just been like an anxious ball about everything. And I'm doing a little bit better now. I've been trying to enjoy my break right now while I'm currently like not doing anything because like I said, I'm in the process of like applying and interviewing for internships, so everything is still very much up in the air right now. And as anxious as that makes me, you know, my mom told me just try and enjoy like the way life is right now. Get an internship or a job, you get one. If you get an update, you get one. If you don't, you don't. I saw this quote the other day that was like, you know, try not to focus on the whole staircase in front of you, just focus on the next step and just take it day by day. And I've been trying to just stay in that mindset. Usually I feel like that is my mindset most of the time, but again, I'm just like at a point in my life where like shit is really starting to get real, like let's be honest, and it's just a little scary sometimes, and I've been kind of going through it with it, but I've been doing a little better, just trying to enjoy my days the way they are right now. And you know, if one door closes, another one opens. It's not the complete end of the world, but yeah, that's kind of where I've been like mentally, I guess. I feel like I was doing a lot worse like when I just finished the semester, and I'm doing a lot better now. You know, summer is definitely around the corner. The days have been getting hotter. I've already been able to like, you know, go to the beach a couple of times, go to the lake and spend some time with friends, and I've been doing a lot better now that the weather is getting nicer. And I feel like that always plays a huge part in like my mental health. It's been able to like really distract me from the things I've been overthinking about. Okay, we're gonna take a moment to go back to the hair so I can actually talk to you guys about how I'm doing this. So right now I'm just parting my hair. I think it's important to show you guys how I like to section my hair, just because I feel like the way you section your hair can always play a big part in how the blowout comes out. Because for example, if you're trying to dry like a really like thick piece of hair, it might not come out as good. So it's really important that you know how to section your hair properly. Not that I'm a hairstylist by any means, but I feel like this is just what works for me. So I always like to start off by just clipping up the top half of my hair. I just use a little hair clip, and now you can see I just have the bottom half down, and I just like to split this section down the middle. I pretty much always start like on my right side, so I'm just gonna take the other section just so it's out of the way. I'll just like twist it and then clip it up. I think someone is literally mowing their lawn right now, so I'm sorry if you hear that, but I literally cannot have like my windows closed because it is just so hot in my room right now. Okay, so before I actually go in and dry this section, I'm basically gonna do like a little demo moment for you guys. Basically, I'm gonna show you kind of how I like to dry the piece. I guess just explain it as best as I can, like the technique I like to use, even though I don't think there really is a specific technique to it. I'm gonna explain it as best as I can, but I feel like, you know, this is a video, you guys can obviously see what I'm doing and then, you know, try to kind of like do the same thing. But for the girlies that need a little bit more of an explanation, I'm going to try my best to explain it. So like I said, I'm just gonna demonstrate it with the dryer while it's off, because obviously you guys won't be able to hear me while it's on because it is pretty loud. I honestly can't wait for the day that they invent like silent blow dryers. I think that would be such a dream. So usually when I'm first going in to dry it, I like to just kind of be a little messy with it at first, nothing like too precise. I'll just kind of go in like this, nice and slow, just to get the piece straight. Because I do have naturally curly hair, it's important that I do just a few like regular passes of the hair just to simply get it straight. Once the piece is straight, I will start to kind of go in a little bit more with like a technique, so I kind of form a curl. So what I like to do is, of course, I'll start at the root. I'll take the ends and make sure it's tightly wrapped around the barrel, and I'll start to pull away, and as I get closer to the ends, I will twist it like this. You want to be careful because you don't want your hair to get stuck in it, but literally just twist it and pull it out. and then it'll form like the curl. This is like my natural curl right now. It actually looks really good. Maybe I should use this to style my natural curls, but that's kind of how I do it. Like I said, I feel like it's kind of hard to explain. Also, if you see me looking this way, it's because my mirror is in front of me. I can see what I'm doing a lot better here than in the camera, but yeah, I feel like it's just one of those things that you just have to like watch and copy. That's honestly how I learned how to blow out my own hair. Also, if you have the Shark and you're learning how to use it, here's a simple breakdown. This is the on button. This button controls the heat. Depending on how many lights are on will kind of indicate how hot the tool is getting. Also, the fan speed, same thing. There's 3 different lights, and depending on how many lights are on, that's how strong the fan is. So for example, 1 light being on is like the least amount of strength or the least amount of heat. 2 lights on is like the mid-level, and then 3 lights on is the highest level. And then this blue button is for like the cool shot. Let's do it. By the way, I like to use the highest heat and highest fan setting for my hair. Okay guys, so this is the first piece or section blow dried. It doesn't have that much of a curl to it, even though I did like the little twisty technique, but that is because we still have to put in a roller. And this is probably like one of my favorite parts about blowing out my hair, is using these little Velcro rollers. They're just like so girly and cute and fun, but they're really good because not only are they good for like, you know, helping with forming a curl, but I feel like they just give my hair so much volume. So I'm going to put one in my hair. By the way, if you're wondering where you could get Velcro rollers like this, you can literally find them anywhere. I remember I found a pack of them literally at like my local pharmacy. Like I believe Conair always has like packs of like Velcro rollers, and it's like $8, but you can find it at Walmart, Target. You can always order a pack on Amazon. Marshalls and TJ Maxx always has hair rollers too. So those are just a few places you can get them, but how I like to put in the roller, I like to put it under the section, and I start at the bottom. I wrap the ends around it like under, and I will very tightly roll it up like that. And then I love using these kinds of hair clips. I think these are called crocodile clips. I got them in a pack from Marshalls, and I just go in, and you want to clip it on the side of, you know, your scalp so it'll actually stay. And there you go, 1 hair roller in. And so now I'm just going to repeat the same exact thing on the other side and try it. So again, I like to start off by just doing a few passes both over and under just to get the section nice and straight. Then I will wrap the hair tightly around the barrel, slowly and carefully pull before I reach the end. I'll do a little twist moment, pull, and then there should be a little bit more body to the section of hair, and then put in the rollers. So let's do it again. Okay, this side came out a lot curlier than the other. Not sure what happened there, but by the way, this is like a medium-sized roller, I feel like. I'll use bigger ones for like the crown of my head and like a smaller one for my bangs, and so for the rest of my hair, I just like to use like a very average, like medium-sized roller. Also guys, another very exciting update. This is more of like something that's going to happen in the near future, but I am moving soon. Not moving out on my own, I am just moving houses with my parents, but yeah, we are moving soon. We are currently in the process of selling the house and looking at other houses, of course, which is really exciting. Definitely gonna be a little emotional though, because I think we moved into this house when I was like 8. So I don't consider this my childhood home. I consider like the house before this one my childhood home, but this is the house that I became, you know, like a teenager and an adult in, so it still holds like, you know, just a lot of memories and emotion. You know, I've just been through so many different journeys within these 4 walls of this room, I feel like, so it's crazy to think that, you know, soon it will be someone else's to live their own journeys. But yeah, I probably sound so dramatic right now, like, girl, you're literally just like gonna have a new room, like, shut up. But no, I just think so deeply of things sometimes, and it really is just crazy to me to think that, you know, I am not gonna be in this room anymore. But if there's one thing about me is I love decorating, I love redoing my room, so the fact that I'm gonna have a new room soon is super exciting. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to the side sections of my head. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm kind of doing like a side part to kind of separate the side section and the crown of my head. So I'm basically just doing like a side section. So kind of think of it as just like doing a side part, but like all the way through. And I'll part the other side once I'm done with one side usually. So I will just take all the rest of this hair and clip it up. But yeah guys, I am moving soon and we currently own this house. Like I said, we are in the process of selling it, but after we sell it, we're actually not planning on buying another house right away. We're just gonna rent. We're not sure if it's gonna be like an apartment or like an actual home yet, but either way, in terms of like how we plan to pay for our next home is going to be like rent, because my parents do want to own like another house, but again, the market is just crazy right now, and so we kind of just want something temporary. And we're just gonna rent for like the next 6 months to a year, just until like hopefully some things with the housing market kind of die down a little bit, because things are just insane, guys. Like, I'm not even the one paying for the house here, but things are just insane. We're hoping to move sometime like during June. I don't know when, if it'll be like the beginning or the end of June, but hopefully sometime in June if we find a place that we really like, because like I said, we're in the process of selling the house already, but it's a little tricky because we haven't even found a place that we really like yet. So I don't know. I think my parents are actually going to see a house today, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm taking this whole side section now and I'm parting it like horizontally. I'm just splitting it in half, again, just to have smaller sections to work with. And I will just take a crocodile clip and clip that up so it's out of the way. So once I part that side section in half this way, I will take this section and part it vertically like this. I know it's a lot of sectioning, but like I said, I feel like it is crucial if you want a nice sleek blowout, because if you try to blow dry a section that's like way too thick and has too much hair, then I feel like it just doesn't dry as good. I like to start with like this back section here, so I'm just going to twist up this little front section and clip that up. Also, put the hair like over and under the roller. Some people also like to do under and over like this, and sometimes I do. It just kind of depends like what direction you want the curl going in, but I like it best when it's over and under. I hate doing this section because I have to put the dryer so close to my face and it literally feels like it's melting half of my face off. This section I like to go in with a smaller roller since it is a much smaller section. So again, just going in, I kind of like to brush out the section with the curler, putting the hair over and the ends under, and then just wrapping her up. And then again, since this section is a lot smaller, I like to just use like a little bobby pin to secure it rather than like using a whole crocodile clip, because also I don't have enough to go all over my head. And now it is time for the top half of this side section. So like I did with the bottom half, I like to go ahead and get the front piece out of the way first. Okay, one side is done. I feel like there's literally no worse feeling than like showering and like washing your hair so you can blow dry it, but then you literally start sweating your ass off from blow drying it. Like now I just feel disgusting all over again. But not gonna lie, this side looks really good. Like the rollers look really good. I feel like this is gonna be a good blowout day. Now I am literally just going to do everything I just did on the other side. I am just going to kind of speed this up for you guys, and I'm just going to do it off camera because it's literally just the same exact thing that I just did. So I am going to do this side, and then before I do the crown of my head, I might take a break because I kind of want to eat something before my photo shoot so I'm not starving later, and also just to give myself a break because blowing out your hair, especially if you have like naturally curly or wavy hair, can be such an upper body workout. Gonna do this side, take a break, and then come back to do the crown of my head. Okay guys, I'm back. I did the other side, so now it is time to do the hardest part, which is the crown. Well, it's not really the hardest part. Like, it's not hard to do, it's just the most tiring to do because I feel like this part of my head, like this section, at least for me personally, I feel like this is like the section of hair that's like the thickest. So before I section it, I'm actually gonna go in with my spray bottle because you guys can see the ends have actually completely dried up because I do this section last, so it's kind of bound to just like dry up. The easiest tip that I have is if you get to a section and it's like starting to dry up a little bit, because you don't want to blow dry it, especially if you're using like a round like blow dryer brush. You don't want to blow dry it while it's like dry because it's going to cause a lot of breakage and it's just going to dry really frizzy. So just take a spray bottle with some water and literally just like wet it again so it's nice and damp. That way it's like nice and damp again and you'll get a smooth result and there won't be as much breakage. My hair is on the thinner side and so it dries really fast, so having a spray bottle on hand with just some water is very helpful for that. So now I'm going to do the crown, and I feel like the way I part this top section is just really self-explanatory. I just start with like the back piece. I feel like this is going to be kind of hard to show, but I kind of like just bring it all to the front and I'll just like split it down the middle like that. Parts probably are not perfect, at least when I do it on myself, because I can't really see what I'm doing 100% back there, but just as long as the pieces of hair are like thoroughly separated is really what's all that matters. For the crown section, I like to switch on over to the larger round brush attachment. Like I said, these are larger sections and also just thicker sections of hair, so it's important that I go in with the bigger one. I usually do like 3 sections on the top of my head. I'm gonna do this very back section right now, then I do the middle one, and then it's my bangs. I feel like I kind of do this the same as all the other sections of hair. The only difference is, I don't know, the direction that I'm going in, and obviously the way I have to like put my arms is different because it's like all the way on the top of my head. And this is why it's so tiring, because I literally have to like go like this like the whole time. I do the few passes, get it nice and straight, and then I'll kind of tilt my head to the side in order to do like the little twisty technique that I do, but overall it's very tiring, so let's just get it over with. I have about an hour before I have to leave to my photo shoot, so let's finish this up. Listen, girls who can do like the top section of their head but with a regular like blow dryer and a round brush in the other hand, y'all can fight, because I'm doing this with a blow dryer brush and I am quite literally sweating my ass off right now. Like I mentioned earlier, I like to go in with a big roller for the top section. I got this pack of like bigger ones from TJ Maxx, I think, and they're literally the perfect size for these big top sections. I'm like trying my best to show you guys everything. I'm gonna have to like lean back, but I like to put the roller like behind the section and then flip the ends over and then roll it down nice and tight. I feel like I definitely don't ever get like the top section rollers like nice and like tight, but it's whatever. I'm gonna stick the clip right there. Also, I know I could do rollers like back here because this like section of my head back here is just like empty, but since I'm doing my hair myself, I literally can't ever see what I'm doing back there, so I stick to just like trying to keep the rollers like on the side, and then I just do this big one on top. Now I'm going to do this little middle section, so I'm separating it from my bangs. And so I'm literally just gonna do the same thing I just did for this back piece. Okay, now it's time for the most fun part, which is my bangs. Spray them a little bit because they did get a little dried up, but it's just like the most fun section to do now because I recently just like recut them almost a month ago, I would say now. They're already starting to get like a little grown out, but I cut my bangs a few weeks ago, and by bangs I mean like full bangs. Like I recut my full bangs. I did this last year and I didn't mean to like actually cut like full bangs on myself. I was trying to go for like curtain bangs, but you know, I feel like we all been there, done that. I ended up cutting full bangs on myself, but I actually loved the way it like looked on me, and so it was also really nice because once they grew out into like regular curtain bangs. So I just really like the way they looked on me. I love the way that they grow out afterwards, so I thought I would just cut them again. I look really funny right now, but I'm gonna switch back on over to the smaller attachment since this is a much smaller section. Even this I feel like is still too big for my bangs. Like I wish there was like an even smaller brush for this, but let's just do it. I'm gonna put them in a roller obviously, but I kind of want you guys to get an idea of what they look like because I don't think I've shown them on my channel yet. Obviously the pieces like on the side are like a little longer so it like blends when my hair's down, but it actually looks so funny when like the rest of my hair is in rollers. They're really cute, but I'm gonna put this in a roller. Only thing I don't like about having like full bangs is I feel like they literally only last for like day one hair because the second you start to like touch them like too much, they get greasy so quick, but they are really cute. So I'm just gonna roll them up. And again, for this I do over and under because that's just like the shape that they go in. Kind of hard to kind of get it all onto one roller, not gonna lie, because I don't think they're like completely even, like the ends, because again I cut them myself. I didn't go to a professional, but get them all up in there just like that. And then I'm just gonna take one last little clip and clip that. And there we go. Full set of rollers is done. Now unfortunately I know the part that you guys are probably all waiting for is after I let these sit for a little while is for me to take them all out, but unfortunately, like I said, I'm blowing out my hair for a photo shoot and not just like to do it, so I'm actually going to be leaving these in for when they do my makeup, just because I also feel like I don't have enough time to let them sit and then take them out before the shoot. Like I literally have to get going in like 10 more minutes, so also so they're just like way more fresh for the pictures. I think it's smarter to just let them sit while they do my makeup and then I'll take them out after. But I have done a couple of blowout videos on my TikTok and I have done a video where I take them out, so I'll just insert that here so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like when I take my rollers out. So that is essentially what my hair looks like when I take these out. I usually like to let my rollers sit for like 20 minutes, like 15 to 20 minutes usually if I have time. But I also just wanted to point out I love to use this Sabella hair serum. Is it Sabella? No, it's Sabelle. I don't know why I said Sabella, but this Sabelle like hair serum, it has like argan oil. I love to use it after I take my hair down. It just helps with like frizz and like smoothing out the hair. It makes it really shiny and it also just smells really good. Also, yes, the pump did break, so I have to like take it out like this, but I got this from like my local Dominican salon, so I'm not 100% sure where you could get this. It could be on Amazon if anything, but I will try and find it and link it down for you guys because it's my favorite hair serum ever. I like to put it on like every day when I want to refresh my hair. Again, it just really helps with frizz and puffiness. I wouldn't put the Garnier hair serum that I used earlier when my hair was wet just because that's more of like a watery serum. This one's like more thick and it's just better for like smoothing and refreshing. So yeah, I love this. With that being said, again, I'm sorry that I cannot take the rollers out in real time in this video, but I have that TikTok up on my TikTok page of me like taking it out, and it literally looks exactly like that. And so yeah, that is my updated full blowout routine using the Shark Flex style. It's amazing. Honestly, if you do not feel like spending money on a Dyson, but you really want a good quality dryer, this is where it's at. Also, I believe my mom said she was able to get a discount on it because she's not a hairdresser, but her friend is. So if you're a hairdresser or you know someone who's like a professional hairdresser, apparently they get discounts on these kinds of products, so you could possibly get it for even cheaper. I don't know exactly how much this is. I know still, like, in general it's not a cheap product, but it's way cheaper than the Dyson. So yeah, I love it. It works good on me. I have natural curly hair and it does the job every time. But also, just a reminder, you do not need an expensive Shark Flex style or a Dyson to achieve a nice blowout. My Revlon brush always did her job. She always did her thing. Like I said, I got this as a gift, but if I didn't, I probably would have still been using my Revlon. Like, it still does just as good of a job. So unless you have the money to buy it for yourself, or unless you get it as a gift, I really wouldn't stress about like getting an expensive tool right away if you still have like a round affordable brush that works good. I will say what makes this really worth it is I feel like it doesn't tug on my hair as much as the Revlon brush did, and it doesn't cause as much breakage. So I feel like it is a good investment just for the sake of like the health of your hair when you're blow drying it as well. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. I hope you also enjoyed catching up with me, seeing how I've been feeling, what I've been up to, if you care. But of course, I also want to know how you guys are doing, so let's catch up. Talk to me in the comments. What are we all up to? Does anyone have exciting plans for the summer? I'm like starting to plan some things here and there, but the thing is, like I said, since like this whole internship stuff is still very up in the air, I feel like I can't make any like big plans until I know whether I'm going to be working throughout the summer or not. So I will keep you guys updated on that, but let me know what you guys are up to. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!